I don't have astronomical hopes, but if we get there and there's 10,000 people, you know, I'll be pretty jazzed. 9,000 will be upset.
8,000. We're going back.
8,000, I'm burning the whole bus down. We are here at the Vagabond bus. We arrived last night. This is Los Angeles, day one of the tour. Everybody's still in good spirits. We haven't started killing each other yet. Come have a look at what we're dealing with here. This is the main area. This is our fooding area. We have a fridge and it's full of milk. Every single one of these cupboards has untold treasures in it. You go and something just jumps out at you and now you're gonna have green tea, and that's the way it works. This is where we sleep. This is episode of Cribs. This is our sleepy, we got lights, reppin' homeland. Yeah, we come back here, we chill, we play video games, and we stream it all on the internet, you know? That's what it's all about. We got this. This thing's pretty cool, right? Like, you can make it different colors. It's red now, it's green, it's blue, it just goes. And you can enjoy that as much as you want on the Vagabond bus.
So we're going on a bus tour, driving from Los Angeles all the way to Seattle for PAX West, stopping along the way to talk to journalists and YouTubers and streamers. And when we stop, of course, we'll be letting people get on the bus, play the game.
Welcome aboard the Vagabond bus.
We're excited to be in Los Angeles, man. We were driving down the highway, we saw a ditch with a baby stroller in it. We were like,
We did.
That's a fairly common sight. So you're gonna report on me reporting?
Kinda. This is the most meta press thing you've ever been in.
I'm doing a report on everybody reporting.
And then I'm reporting on him reporting on you reporting.
Yeah, he's making a documentary about me reporting on you reporting.
So who is this game for?
This story is about life after success, and it's also there for people who like have this grand ideal of success, and how after I break through this certain moment in life, everything is perfect forever. That's really, I guess, who it's for. People who think that there's a success milestone you can pass, and like it fixes everything in life.
it's gorgeous. This is like a California stereotype. I don't know, it's weird. Everything seems to have like, everything's got like this yellowish tinge that you just don't really see in Toronto or I guess Canadian summers.
Radioactive air, man.
I know, man, but do you know what I mean? Like something, there's just, it's like sepia in real life. It's kind of cool. It's nice. It's very nice.
She looks like she wears probably a small, I would guess. Ooh la la. See? Reverend Justin basically wants to go and preach the word to the rest of America, what his great wisdom he's learned. And so the bus tour, they're gonna hear about the game and they're gonna join us, basically, and we're gonna take over America.
For us, this is a fun opportunity to showcase the game to people in a really exciting way, but it also like mirrors the game itself, right? The game is a story of a bus tour of people selling things, and that's what we're gonna do. So hopefully the meta ties us together permanently after this act.
A person came.
person did not show up, then we would just be hanging out, drinking Kool-Aid, and sitting in front of boxes for no reason. So that's good.
Rather than like this being a game about trying to go farther up, it's about holding on to what you've got because the down is inevitable.
We could have done a traditional press tour and stop in the different cities and just, take an Uber to them and stay in a hotel. But isn't it cooler to come in a bus and kind of live this little adventure that we're trying to tell in the game?
Hello, this is Jason Wilson from GameSpeak. We're going live with the Devolver Digital bus provided for Vagabond Dog. They are the indie developers of the Sometimes Always Monsters and Always Sometimes Monsters games. Welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Come on in. Yeah, what do you want to do? You're the captain now.
I suppose I want to know about the game. I played the first one.
ASM came about after I did about a year of hitchhiking around North America.
Cool.
The end climax of that was Seattle, south, and now we're closing the whole thing up to Seattle, right? We just as everything is a cycle and a loop with the game, so is life. It all merges into some weird meta art bullshit thing.
It's nice. It's nice.
The thing is, it's super variable, right? But everybody's going to play through this experience. So some people died in the first game.
Wow.
And they finished their story dead. And now they come into the new game and they have to play as their rival, the person who's responsible for them fail. And it's tense, because there's this theme, now you're successful and you have nowhere to go but down.
Yeah.
Right? So you can just embrace that oblivion and self-sabotage, and it's a fucking riot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very cool for what we're doing. We're doing the press event. We're meeting a lot of people. We're out here showing off the game and talking to folks, and it's been a lot of fun. And there's definitely a really cool novelty to being, on a bus, walking around inside the giant bus, throwing Nerf footballs around and eating a lot of sandwiches. And Pop-Tarts.
Let's say something weird happens to you in your life, and I'm gonna go way out there.
Okay.
Let's say the first aliens come to Earth and they visit you, Justin.
Funny you talk about that, because Justin's been talking about aliens this whole trip.
I talked kind of regularly.
That's funny. Would you then add that narrative to
There's already aliens in the game.
I mean, we're on this bus trip promoting Sometimes Always Monsters, but we're also on a journey that is meant to parallel and reflect the events of the game itself. And we're sort of witnessing here on the bus trip our own relationships advance. I mean, this is the most time I've ever spent with these guys ever, watching these relationships deepen. And I'm really getting a feeling in the last couple of days that we're kind of in this project together. And if it's going to succeed, we're all going to feel that together. And if it's going to fail, we're all going to fail. And we're all going to feel that together. It's difficult to say how it's really going to feel until we get to PAX. Because in Seattle is, I think, where it all kind of turns around. And all of a sudden, we're in a place where everyone is a video game fan. Everyone is somebody who loves us. And just like in the game, the authors are on a journey to find and connect with their fans. Sometimes it goes the way they want, sometimes it doesn't, and radically so. But there's always that light at the end of the tunnel where you know you're going to kind of be home.
We're meeting meeting up at Council Crest Park, which is the highest point in Portland.
The highest point in Oregon?
In Portland.
In Portland?
Yeah.
You see that big mountain?
I don't know. I'm just told that you can't get any higher.
Make the joke.
It's the highest point in Portland for sure.
We're gonna be higher than anybody in
It's
Portland.
gonna be higher than anybody in Portland.
Are you excited?
I'm pumped. It's gonna be interesting. Because it's interesting because it seems like the people who are tweeting about coming and stuff, they're fans of the game who I guess live here. And so I'm curious to see why they would come and what they think about the new game and stuff.
My name is Khalif. How you doing?
Hey, Will, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Grab a seat right there. Cool. The game's there whenever you're ready to play it. What do you want to do?
I want to get a couple words with you.
Fair enough.
How do we look, man? How many days do we look like we've been out? How's the bus look?
Super fresh.
We're not ragging.
Beautiful.
You guys are fun.
We sprung for the shower on the bus, but I've been resisting.
I did just have a shower. I'm the one who stays beautiful.
Yeah.
That's my job.
There's a competition going to see who can have the shower with the least water.
Jump in, jump out. What are some of the kind of touchstones that you want folks to take away from sometimes monsters
that nothing lasts forever, and that it's perfectly acceptable to embrace oblivion.
I only know what people think of me. I think I look scary, or strange to people. I try to, I think, look strange to people. I try to be strange, or as strange as I'm naturally. I don't mind being strange. And I like thinking about things that aren't useful to anyone, ever, for long periods of time.
Get to playing.
Wait, did we charge those?
I don't know. These are your laptops.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Otherwise, you might get.
Very good, sir. Wait, I gotta start the game. We're gonna do like some 19. Listen, this guy's got places to go and things to do.
Yeah,
you're wasting his time. You're wasting my time. Jiminy Jillikers. Shit show.
You guys are from here. Are you guys from around here?
So this is a pretty nice setting compared to in our living rooms or whatever.
Natural. Yeah.
Natural.
All right, what sizes are we? That's a medium. That might. Let me have a look. They're like, yo, the tour bus, yo, who are you touring with? What's your band, man? And I'm like, it's just video games. And they're like, oh, okay. Should've just said we're a band. We should just play that we're a band from now on. It's way cooler. You get way more credibility. What are we doing, Jer?
I don't know, man.
Welcome to Oregon, ladies and gentlemen.
Reverse setup, bus setup.
Yeah, who could have predicted, right? Rain in Oregon.
So you guys, which PAX are you heading to? There are like 4 of them or something,
West.
aren't there? PAX West.
Yeah.
Which is-
Formerly Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to call it Prime, and now it's West. And these guys are crazy. They went to PAX Australia. You guys went.
Oh.
That's far.
We did. We went to PAX Australia.
And you lived in a boat.
Down.
Jane got shut down hard. These guys like, do you like video games? No. Just walks off.
No,
Okay, bye.
First thing he said
Probably
was,
thought you were.
What?
he was incredulous.
Yeah.
Where was that? What city?
That was LA.
We're in LA.
That was like our first
The
interaction.
thing is, like,
You ever think maybe just God exists, but he just forgot about us? You know what I mean? We're just that fat. He's like, where? Oh shit. those people.
Put out all those variables and then just left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then just
I
let
mean,
run.
it would explain everything.
Yeah,
He
it
had
would.
to ship the universe.
Exactly.
once,
Yeah.
right?
His publisher was like
He
on
shipped,
his ass.
but then he was like, I'm done with this project.
Yeah, that's
No
before they
updates.
let.
No updates.
No patches.
And there was so much hype for the human race. We had a great trailer. It was like Adam and Eve arose on a stone, like a full 3D, and it was like, this is gonna be everything you ever wanted in a universe.
And
like,
then the first time you load up the game, it's this life.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
exact life that you've lived.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
But people are disappointed.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
Hey Justin, where are we and what are we doing?
We have finally arrived in Seattle.
Seattle!
Now we are on our way to drop off bags before we get to the convention center and start building our booth.
And shower.
Well, sure.
One of us will
Whatever.
shower.
Yes, that's it.
Fat stacks, badges. Tomorrow, around 80,000 people will be flooding this space just to see our game, and only our game. All that other stuff here is just, it's an add-on, but this is the main feature right here. PAX Prime, PAX West. Yeah, booth 764. Represent. They're super excited and like nervous, and they think it's a really big deal, right? To talk to somebody who's made a game or whatever.
Very much.
You want a shirt?
A what?
You want a shirt?
Sure.
What size?
Tiny.
Color?
Well, what do you suggest? Yeah. Thank you.
There's different categories. There's people who like just genuinely love your work, and those are easy to understand. But sometimes there's people who just like, they know nothing about it, they just know you're a creator, and they still get this like intense like thrill out of talking to you. But I don't think it has anything to do with the game itself or like the work itself. It's just a praise for fame and success in a way that's like, they just see, oh, here's a person who's successful, here's a thing that's like, done well, and people just want to be around there. This is it, Twitch VIP Lounge, this is the real, heart and soul of the video game industry.
Right now.
With the belly of the beast.
Twitch.tv/Vagabond Dog. Do we ever do anything?
Like, comment, subscribe. Where do they click? Right here. Click right here.
We've just been told there's 2,000 people watching the stream right now, so that's a good sized audience.
We'll see. It's gonna like triple once we step on stage.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Once the glasses come off.
Hey, don't tell. This is spoilers, man.
Oh, shh.
It's all an act.
Got that. You're gonna fix that in post. If you think about the fact that at the booth it takes us like a minute to tell one person about the game, this is a much higher, greater level of sun exposure.
Go.
All right.
It was all an act, right? I sit back and I pretend to be this disinterested artist, right? I kick my feet up, I put my shades on inside, and I act like a jerk. And it's like people just feel that and they see that's like, oh, it must mean something. It's like, I don't understand. It's unnerving sometimes. It's because it's not even like really flattering either, because it's not for you, right? That excitement is not for you. It's for this thing that you represent.
We, as a publisher, we are careful. We want to find games that we think can certainly do something, whether that's, financially, commercially, or put something out there that we think it's important to games maybe to elevate it a little bit, right? The medium, or doing something that's interesting and different. But at the same time, we run our own company. It's a private company, so we can kind of do the games that we want. And this was a game that I think interested us both from an art perspective and a personal perspective. And so we were able to, I guess, do what we want to do and help Justin and Jake hopefully brought this to a larger audience than it would have on its own.
Like any artistic endeavor, it's a massive undertaking. And ultimately you're putting yourself out there to be judged. As an artist, you are ultimately going to let this thing go. And then people are going to tell you what they thought of your work. And you've got to be pretty brave to do that.
It's a difficult thing to describe to someone who has never created something personal and put it out on a mass level. And it's a painful, wonderful, horrible, just gut-wrenchingly difficult growth experience. And I think that they're at an advantage with the sequel because it is meta and wrapped into very much their personal lives of having had success with that thing that you created, and hearing from like doubters and haters and having that sort of voice being like, did you get lucky, or did you really make something impactful? And that's a terrible place to be.
The bus was a hell of a lot of fun, but it also showed me that we have a long way to go before like we like to play Rockstar a lot, right? We like to pretend like we're a big deal all the time, and it's fun, and people start to believe it after a while too. But the tour brought reality in a little bit. It reminds me that like, yeah, no, we don't roll into a place and there's just 10,000 people there. That doesn't happen, right? But what we do have is like people who really like what we do, who appreciate the effort we go to come to them, and a good opportunity to like hang out with each other and get close, because we're all so separate. We work from home and we are kind of isolated people a lot of the time, and this is just like, I don't know, maybe something we just needed as a group. That's about, even if that's all that we get out of it, that's enough. It's just been a real Vagabond thing, right? And like it'll forever be a part of the company history, and like that's just something that defines who we are now. We took this journey together. fun lying to everybody, which is all we've been doing so far. Don't believe a single thing you've seen in this video. It's all smoke and mirrors, man.
It's a sham.
It's an illusion. I love lying to people.
You do?
So satisfying.
Well, how much? I don't know. Okay.
Unless I'm lying about that.
Could be.
And tilt up to the side.